So welcome back to another minor league rebuild here on NBA 2K19. In today's video, we are going to be doing a 2020 Sacramento Kings rebuild. Now, they didn't make many moves this offseason. Nothing really that's like franchise changing, franchise altering, anything like that. But it's been a minute since I've done a Kings rebuild. I really like using this team because I do get to use De'Aaron Fox, who I absolutely love. I really wish he was on my Celtics, but you know what? It's okay. We got to let another team have something. So yeah, De'Aaron Fox definitely not going to be going anywhere. He's going to be rebuilt around pretty much. He's the franchise piece here. Rest of the team, I would like to, not really the rest of the team, but these two right here, I would like to use for the whole video. Definitely Marvin Bagley, especially because he's on a rookie deal the whole time. Buddy Hield is a free agent this offseason. I'm obviously not going to trade him right now, but if the right sign and trade does come up eventually, could be on the move. The rest of this team, why pay Harrison Barnes $22 million a year? I can't. I don't get it. I don't, but I guess you got to pay your stars, am I right? Bogdanovic, also a free agent after this year, probably going to ask for around $18 million. So depending on how he does, he very well could be gone. Sign and trade, obviously, I'm not just going to let him walk for nothing. Bielitsa has a team option. I actually didn't know that. I thought he was just a free agent this year. I'll probably pick up the team option, then move him because he is 31. Doesn't really match up with the timeline. Yeah, Dwayne Dedmon's here. I like Dwayne Dedmon, but not for that much money. I don't think Dwayne Dedmon should be getting paid that much. Rashawn Holmes also here, nice young piece. Trevor Ariza got a decent amount of money from the Kings. I definitely didn't think he'd get paid that much. Corey Joseph as well, Yogi Ferrell, Harry Giles, Swan again. And then I do want to send Kyle Guy to the G League. Low-key would like him to become a shooter for us off the bench at some point. So at this point in time, I don't really feel like I'm going to be making a ton of trades. I mean, Yogi Ferrell is a free agent this offseason, but what other backup point guard? Or actually, I mean, technically we do have Corey Joseph as well. You know what? I might just trade Yogi Ferrell for a backup shooting guard. I don't know. I feel like there's something's got to change there because, I mean, I'm not re-signing him this offseason, and I have Corey Joseph here as well. I mean, yeah, he's 26, but he's also 6 feet tall. I mean, who's he really defending besides Isaiah Thomas? So let's just look for some moves here. First round pick from the Thunder honestly might be the move just because we get an asset in a first round pick. We also get rid of, like, I wasn't going to run a 10 or 11 man rotation anyways. So yeah, let's take a first round pick. We're also going to get Patrick Patterson back. Could be an interesting locker room piece, not that that matters in the slightest in this game. So Dedmon is going to be my starting center for the first year. Bogdanovic can be the sixth man. Bielitsa 18 here, Rashawn Holmes 15, and then Trevor Ariza is going to play about 10 a night, and Corey Joseph. Honestly, I'll go 10-man rotation the first year. All right, let me switch these up a little bit. So 24, we'll go 16, we'll go 12, 10, and then we'll go 8 minutes to Corey Joseph. Harry Giles, unfortunately, will not be playing here in the first year. And so let's fix this. We're going to go 30 here. Bagley's going to play 35, honestly. Barnes around 32, 33, 35, and then I want 36 here, I think. And we'll just give a 31st to Dwayne Dedmon. So, yeah, that is going to be the rotation for the first year. Luke Walton, head coach. De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, going to be our backcourt. Hopefully for this whole video, it obviously depends how they do stats-wise and how they do simulation-wise. Barnes will be gone most likely after this year. Marvin Bagley and Dwayne Dedmon do round out our starting five. Bench is all right. Bogdanovic, Nemanja, or whatever the hell it is, Bielitsa, Rashawn Holmes, Trevor Ariza, and Corey Joseph. So I'm honestly excited to see how this team can do. Definitely think we could potentially sneak in as a 7 or an 8 seed. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the first year. So I thought we'd be a little better, not going to lie. I mean, 32 and 50 is not great, but maybe we'll have a good pick too. The Kings even have their pick this year. I got to even look at that. Zion, Rookie of the Year, Eric Gordon, Giannis, Jason Tatum, most improved. Mike D'Antoni does get Coach of the Year for the Rockets. So we are not in the playoffs. We are going to be a lottery team, which, I mean, theoretically, I can't complain about. It's not like we were going to get even close to winning a championship, so it is what it is. Player stats, Buddy Hield and De'Aaron Fox did put up some good numbers. Marvin Bagley's super solid as well. Harrison Barnes, Bogdanovic, Dedmon. Okay, so we definitely have to do something this offseason. We can't just leave this core the way it is. I do need to look up and see if the Kings have their pick this year because I feel like it's like every year where the Kings don't actually own their own first-round pick, but it is what it is. I'm just pretty sure they have all their picks back at this point, but Kings future draft picks. This is exactly what I needed to see. I did this last video too, and I literally wasn't paying attention at all. Okay, 2020, they own their first round pick. That's all I needed to know. If it's on another team, I'm going to put it back here. The top website on Twitter, or not on Twitter, the top website on Google just gave me that information, so hopefully they're not wrong. West final is going to be Houston and New Orleans. Over there in the East, it's Milwaukee and Philadelphia. Definitely what it could be next year in real life. Pelicans are so overpowered in this game. Like, they're never going to be anything like this in real life in the first year. Eventually, they probably will, but not right now. Embiid does go on to win Finals MVP as he does average a double-double. So, I'm feeling good. Definitely interesting dynamic. Head coach Luke Walton. Igor, you're fired. I can't deal with those ratings. New trainer. Why? Give me an A trainer. Come on, baby. All right. Assistant coach, we will go Ron Adams. And then who is here head coaches-wise? Rick Carlisle's here. Trent Peterson's also here. Ty Lue. You know what? I think I'm going to sign Trent Peterson, who I don't actually get a ton. Could be interesting to see how he can do with this young squad. I would like to sign you. I would like to sign you as well. Okay, I don't know why it said I declined them. That's pretty weird. But let's head up to the draft right now. See what pick we ended up with. So we ended up, okay, so we don't have our first-round pick. They have their first-round pick in real life. It's just because you can't update the picks. But I believe the Celtics probably do have it. Yes, they do. It's the 8th overall pick. I'm going to put on trade override, and I'll see you guys in the draft. All right, so we're here in the draft right now. I'm honestly not sure who I'm kind of targeting here. This is a very guard-heavy draft. Like I would say, yeah. So I don't need a point guard or a shooting guard. Maybe I'll try to get somebody I don't get a lot. I mean, all the good guards just kind of just went. So, like, Isaiah Mobley's here. Jeremiah Robinson Earl. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. Trenton Wofford, Precious Achua. Might go with him. Honestly, Scotty Lewis is still here. I wish I just knew more about this draft class. It would be good. Isaiah Mobley could be interesting. Trenton Wofford. You know what? I'm going to take Precious Achua. Might not be the highest overall. Do we still have any other picks in this draft? We actually do have 2 seconds. I don't really need either of those. Ooh, do I take Giannis's brother? It could be interesting. You know what? Screw it. Why not? Thanasis or Thanos, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. It took me a year and a half to figure out how to say Giannis correctly. So Precious Achua is going to be a 76. I don't know who this guy is. Maybe he was a draft and stash, something like that. So at this point in time, I think definitely getting rid of the majority of like the veteran players on this team, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Starting off with Harrison Barnes making $22 million. He didn't have a bad year. I'm never saying he's a bad player. I just don't know if he deserves $22 million a year, but that is the NBA today, so it is what it is. First round pick from the Celtics next year. It's actually the Memphis unprotected pick, but sometimes in the second year they actually do turn into a star. Like, not a star, but like they turn into a good team. So this unprotected first round pick from Phoenix next year, and Cam Johnson, their 11th overall pick, I believe, in this, or last year's draft at this point. Sure, welcome to Sacramento. Trevor Ariza, I just don't see a spot for you in this team. You're 35. I mean, realistically, you should be with a contender. Cavs aren't a contender, but if they're going to be the only team giving me a first. You know what? The Heat want to give me a first. Help out Jimmy Butler. Go try to win a finals. Thank you for your service here, I guess. That's all it's pretty much going to be. Again, I love Dwayne Dedmon. I'm not paying him $13.25 million. I cannot fathom that idea. We have to go re-sign Buddy Hield. I have to save as much money as possible. Hawks want to give me a first. So I'll probably end up doing. Denver also wants to. First round pick from the Bucks. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna take this first round pick from the Hawks. It is top 10 protected, unfortunately, but if it doesn't convey, it will next year. And honestly, it could turn into a good unprotected pick in the final year. So Corey Joseph is also going to be here. What do I want to do here? Pat Beverly. I just get too much, I honestly think. 2 more first from the Hawks. Unprotected Dallas pick. That definitely could be good. We're going to go ahead and move that because I like trading players to teams that I get a different team's pick back because it ends up having no effect on how the team ends up doing. So, all right. Precious Achua honestly could start. Worst comes to worst. Team player options here. Bielitsa is going to come back, and I'm probably going to end up trading him. Kyle Guy is hopefully going to come off the bench. He's only a 74 overall. I was hoping he would get up a little higher. But it is what it is. So Bielitsa, again, just another veteran. We're not ready to win right now unless I go have a crazy free agency, but I do have to re-sign Buddy Hield, so I don't realistically know if I'm going to have a ton of cap space or something like that. So I wouldn't mind getting a player in return. I just did get quite a few first-round picks. Terrence Ferguson is here. I don't really want to give up a first for him, though. You know what? Ante Zizic, I honestly don't have a starting center right now, so he'll probably end up being my backup, but this does let me move Rashawn Holmes. Which honestly isn't horrible. I mean, Zizic is 3 years younger and making like $1 million less, so can't complain about that. And we're just going to take a first-round pick from the Cavs for Rashawn Holmes. So qualifying, Buddy Hield, yes. Bogdanovich, you know what? Worst comes to worst, if I swing and I miss, then I'll re-sign him. If I get somebody, I can just renounce his rights. It doesn't honestly hurt. So moratorium here. It's not the best free agency class. Pascal Siakam is here. Really don't need him, though. We have a power forward. Well, we need to re-sign our shooting guard, obviously, in Buddy Hield, but he only wants around $20 million. It's honestly not horrible. And then the center position, do I try to maybe bring Boogie back? Lakers giving him a 1-year, $4 million contract offer. Do I maybe look at somebody like Sabonis, who kind of fits with our timeline a little more? I feel like there comes to a point where you can only have so many young guys on a team. Whiteside is also here. Could be a final option if we don't end up getting either Cousins or Buddy Hield. So I'm going to give Buddy Hield a contract. It's honestly not that much money. I'll also throw an offer to DeMarcus Cousins, see if he does want to come back here. And they both do. Okay, well, can't complain about that. So we're going to renounce the rights here. We're actually going to still be able to afford Bogdanovic as well. I'm just going to make sure he doesn't get any contract offers. Okay, it says I don't have bird rights on him. Buddy Hield's honestly going to get disqualifying. Whatever, man. Works for me. And one final day. Don't renounce the rights on Bogdanovic. Buddy Hield, welcome to the team. So we are going to re-sign him right now. And Bogdanovic, welcome back to Sacramento. Okay, so we have one. Okay. Cam Johnson probably going to get traded. I do want our Precious Achiuwa. Bogdanovic is going to come off the bench. So Cam Johnson could be traded. We also do need a backup power forward. I honestly forgot we had Harry Giles. Harry Giles is only 6'10". You know, let's slide Harry Giles down to the backup power forward spot. I don't know if he'd be the best backup power forward in real life, but in this game, it's going to work very, very easily. So I do plan on signing, let De'Aaron Fox get the majority of... Actually, I do want to give Kyle Guy some minutes, though. So, Buddy Hield won't have a backup. Then technically, we're kind of all set. Swanigan and Leiden, I'm just going to probably trade. I don't really need either of them on the team. Tyler Leiden making $2 million. Just first-round pick from the Hawks for Tyler Leiden. Works for me. Definitely is going to go ahead and take that. And then first-round pick, hopefully for Caleb Swanigan. I'll keep Thanasis or whatever his team is, or whatever his name is on the team. We're going to get a first-round pick here from the San Antonio Spurs as well. So, believe we should be all set. This team is all right. They're not great. We don't really have like a superstar at the moment. DeMarcus Cousins is back in Sacramento. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I didn't even trade Cam Johnson. You know what? I'm going to send Cam Johnson to the G League. Wow, his per 36 numbers, not too bad. I'm kidding. So yeah, I'm going to send him to the G League. Honestly, we'll see how he does, and I'll see you guys at the rotation at the start of year number 2. So year number 2, this is how the rotation is going to look. Same backcourt as last year. They were our 2 leading scorers. No reason to swap out either of them at the moment. De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield. Precious Achiuwa is going to be our starting small forward. If it doesn't end up working, I'll definitely look for some new small forward next year. He kind of looks like Marcus Smart a little bit. Bagley's still at that power forward position, and Marcus Cousins is officially back in Sacramento. Bench, Bogdanovic, Harry Giles, Ante Zizic, and Kyle Guy. So it's an interesting team. I definitely expect to be in the playoffs. Not do necessarily very well, but you never know. This game surprises me sometimes. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. So we end year number 2 with like an okay record. I mean, 46 and 36 isn't great. It is what it is. Jokic MVP, Wiseman Rookie of the Year, Dinwiddie, Giannis, John Wall most improved. Okay. Interesting to see. And Alvin Gentry does get Coach of the Year for the Pelicans. So we ended up as a 5 seed. I mean, ideally I would like to be a little bit better, but I mean, it is what it is. I can't really complain. I mean, this team isn't really that good. Hield and oh wow, his cousin, I thought it was Fox. Cousins had a really solid year. De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley, Precious Achiuwa. I mean, I don't really know if there's like something specifically wrong with this team, or if it's like literally just like they just are too young, or I don't really know what it is. But it's gonna be us and the Lakers in the first round, so that's fun, getting to face LeBron and Anthony Davis and Kyle Kuzma and Lord knows whoever else they signed. But we're up. We just swept them. Excuse me. Okay, well, Zion's going to sweep us. I mean, there's no doubting that. It's going to happen. There's just... Okay, well, we got a game in, but it was nice. We're down 2-1. We're down 3-1, and thank you for... Okay, yeah, no, we lose in 6. Okay, so we put up a little bit of a battle. Really can't complain, though. It really wasn't our year anyways. So we're going to be making probably a decent amount of moves this offseason. Again, I want to keep Buddy Hield. He's led us in scoring both years, I believe, but if the right trade comes up, I'm probably going to move him. Along with that, Precious Achiuwa will no longer be my starting small forward. I'm definitely going to look for somebody a little bit different, somebody a little more elite at this point in time. So staff signing, I mean, everybody's pretty good. I am going to get that A trainer, though. So Glenn Howard, if you'd like to come here. Assistant GM, I will just go with Ryan Johnson. And Ryan Johnson doesn't want to come here. All right, you can go fuck yourself. Connor Green, and he'll come here. Okay, so we're all set there. Let's head up to the draft right now. We did trade for quite a few picks, and we have quite a few picks. Okay. So, if I were to move Bogdanovic, Achiuwa, and pick 11, what sort of options do I have there? I'm getting some decent trade offers, not as many as I would hope, but they're definitely there. Josh Richardson is interesting. We're also going to pick up Al Horford in that. But let's see what other sort of players I could look for here that I could realistically maybe make a move for. Anyway, Westbrook could happen. He's making $40 million. Who am I kidding? All right, how about Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons for, we will throw you Bodon, whatever the fuck his name is, Precious Achiuwa, this pick. We'll do a first-round pick from us next year, and how about just a pick from the Spurs? All right, well, I had to try. Doncic, probably he's a free agent. Well, not a free agent, but he's a player option. Porzingis is here. I would definitely not mind Porzingis, and then Porzingis would also definitely start at the center spot. Okay, they can't afford that, but how about if I throw you Achiuwa instead? They can afford that. And then I'll pick 11, pick 17, pick here, and one more first. God, it's tough. It's tough, man. Jimmy Butler is here. Could be an option. It's been a minute since I've gotten him. Blake Griffin, I don't really need a power forward. D'Angelo Russell, Oladipo. Okay. Jason Tatum's a free agent. Shit, I don't really know who I want here. I'm not gonna get like Tobias Harris again. All right, is there any way for me to go out and maybe get Jimmy Butler? I honestly would not be mad about this if I were to do this. So how about for Bogdanovich, and I'll also throw you a Chua. And I'll throw you pick 11 as well. And they agree to that. All right, Jimmy Butler, now the newest member of the Sacramento Kings. We kind of needed to get some sort of star. Jimmy Butler obviously qualifies as that. So I'm going to trade the rest of these first-round picks just for future picks because I really just don't need them. So 2 future first-round picks from the Utah Jazz, and then just 3 second-round picks here if you want to. Sure, give me Edmund Sumner. I'll move him for a first. Okay, did I get another pick in this year's draft? I did. Of course I did. There we go there. And now Edmund Sumner, who I will not be paying $2 million to, will get me a first-round pick from the Bucks. Okay, so not going to be taking in more rookies. We're all set there. Cameron Johnson's actually up to a 79 overall, so cannot complain about that. He definitely could be in some sort of trade. Bagley is going to come back. Buddy Hield is once again a free agent, and so is De'Aaron Fox. Motherfucker. I really wish it gave Buddy Hield his offer last year, but it didn't. So I'm just going to try to re-sign the majority of all of these guys. I believe Buddy Hield's actually unrestricted, so I definitely need to hop on that like immediately. Oh, no, he's still restricted. I don't know why it lets you have 2 qualifying offers. That's clearly matched. I mean, at the game, if I'm going to go out on a limb and assume something, the game is going to say that De'Aaron Fox signed with, did it say the Knicks or whatever the hell that was, but he'll end up back on this team. In case he doesn't, I'll put him back on this team. Yes, he's going to be back here. I obviously matched that deal. He's back. It's fine. There's peace in the world. Okay, so Ante Zizic I would also like to bring back. Not a bad backup center in the slightest. He's going to come back as well. And now let's see how this team is looking. So Jimmy Butler is immediately going to slide up to that small forward role. Definitely glad I have a star there. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Realistically, maybe trading Cam Johnson. If I were to maybe move Cam Johnson and Buddy Hield, what sort of options would I have? I'm sure Kings fans are going to castrate me in the comment section, but if I can get the right trade, because Cam Johnson definitely going to have some trade value now. He's 2.5 stars. Shooting guard wise, what sort of options?